we get a lot of interesting correspondence in Affirmation. A lot that just says to the effect, thanks, keep up the good work, and a fair bit of hate mail that on the gist of, you're all fags, you're all going to hell. Of course, we get that. And we get another big slice from our members that says to the effect that we're either doing too much or too little. Fair enough. We don't expect to be able to please everyone all the time, and we also know full well that we don't see every side of every issue we're trying to work on. So, if you think we can do better, please not only tell us that, but really tell us how. We'd love to know how we can do better, because we think we're pretty smart, but we're not the smartest guys out there. And we want to do better. So, to what I'm really getting at. There are a lot of people, gay, lesbian, bi, trans, and other Mormons, who could be members of Affirmation, but are not. A fairly common sentiment, I've encountered this myself, and other people have told me essentially the same thing, we're too churchy. We're too churchy, really. It's as if we are going to the church and saying, please, please take us back. And a lot of our members are apparently feeling the same way now and then. That we're completely deluded about the church changing a couple policies that would make the church more inclusive and more Christ-like and accepting and a better place for people to be. And that we should just give it up and do something else. To answer that, Affirmation's bylaws and mission statement that have been around for decades upon decades, by that I mean longer than I've been alive, state that we are to seek a dialogue with church leaders. That we are to try to improve the situation for gay Mormons everywhere. Our founding documents, our original purpose of Affirmation, was not to give a place for gay Mormons to come out and go to on their way out of the church. Though, I completely support you if you do that. That was my route. I'm really glad I took that route. And I'm glad I've been going back to church lately. Not because I want to be rebaptized. Not because I want to hold callings and jump through all the hoops and do all the things. But because that dialogue has to happen. That dialogue can't happen unless we show up as equals. The problem is, the church's policies have led, and still lead to, whether they like it or not, straight people and gay people getting married, and having kids, and coming out, and getting divorced, and getting bitter, and leaving the church. Whose best interest is at heart there? The people lose, and the church loses. Parents kick out their kids when they come out. Because the parents really believe that their other children are at harm all of a sudden because they're subjected to the presence of a homosexual. That has to stop. And people still, all the time, believe that they have to take their own lives because they really are better off dead. That has to stop. It's pretty evident that not everyone who is gay has left the church, for their own reasons. Even if every not straight person left the church and told them why, I don't think the church would change. There's a chance, but I don't think it would happen. The changes that need to happen, that will save lives, that will keep the church from persecuting its own people and driving them out needlessly need to change. If you have a doctrinal issue with the church, fine. But if you're still involved in Affirmation, we want you here. If you think people are better off the church, great. Share that story. Talk about it. Affirmation's purpose is not to usher people out of the church because they're gay. Affirmation's purpose is to see that all gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, intersex, and everything else Mormons are happy people. And part of our purpose is to work toward a church that doesn't reject them for who they are. This is not easy. The work is crazy, the work is hard, and will take a long time, if it ever happens. To me, it's important work. That's why I keep doing it. That's why my colleagues in the executive committee keep doing it. Some things need to stop. And they're not going to stop unless someone gets in there and does something about it. That's what we're doing. If you think we can do it better than we've been doing it, tell us how. We look forward to hearing from you.